Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
So I see what you're talking about here, but I have
Do you
no
know
idea
how?
what the fuck this is.
So don't revert, yeah, or do anything. Can you go to your files, like, see,
Yeah.
look at files in Explorer and see if the folder's renamed?
Oh wait, this is what am I
It
doing?
works for me when I revert that last change. I don't know what the hell it is, but for me it works when I revert it. Uh, yeah, load it up to make sure it works first of all. But go back to your. Oh wow. Oh, you're looking at my
I'm
stream.
watching you watch me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Boom, 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 boom. That looks cool.
it's always a
Boom,
cool
boom, boom,
effect.
boom, boom. I accidentally looked in the wrong folder before this, and it was this folder. But
I don't know.
I don't know why. I definitely did not click
But
the.
there's some weird folder things
Okay,
going. So
here.
yeah, that's what I got too. I got that too, and it's because of all those projects file names. Like, they're there. They're nothing's actually lost. It's just all the file names in the resource thing, or in the actual in Explorer. I think got renamed. So like, hit OK here, and that you won't be able to run anything. It's all broken. But go to File Explorer.
Okay.
You already have one open, right? Yeah. And then see that object's BG? Double
Yeah.
click that. And that's where all of our objects are. Go to just objects. And that's where, and these are just the new things.
Weird.
I don't know what the fuck happened, how it happened, but that's what's wrong. It's somehow
So
like
if I
everything
pull all
should be
these
in
into the other
objects.
folder,
Yeah,
does
but
it just
why the fuck
work?
is objects BG there at all? You could drag them all into the new folder and it theoretically should be fine.
I mean,
Um,
it looks like if we roll back, it would be fine. Like,
The only problem is with the rollback, there are a couple of things I think are actually yours. So if you look at GitHub, look at the history list there, um, for that change. Just scroll down until you see something that's not blue, because all blues are just file name changes. So I assume this is yours.
no, this
Object door room.yy.
isn't this yours? Isn't this the door?
Nope. No, I don't have a door. Not one named door. My doors are named teleporter.
Physics object false solid visible sprite is sprite. Dude, this must be Dave's, right?
Maybe, I don't know.
He drew a door.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe Dave pushed in a weird way. Dave said he was working with some stuff, but and then that one. Oh well, I guess it could. This could all be Dave. Maybe it's something Dave did. I thought it was you, but maybe Dave somehow logged in under you because did you share your credentials with Dave for any reason?
no, I don't know why this is under me. It would be under
And
Havlov.
like, look at the name of the commit, right? That's also weird. The merge branch main of of the server to main. It's almost like Dave merged the. I don't even know what happened.
He'd made like a jokey, haha, it's not my fault thing. Maybe he did something weird where he like tried to re-download it from the web page or something. I don't know. I guess it probably won't let me run it, but my new stuff seems to be here. This is new.
Yeah, I think we just revert and tell Dave that we think it might have been him, but I don't know what the fuck. Let me see if he's on Steam if he's willing to hop in real quick.
My guess would be is here. So this is objects.bg, right? This is his something in his.
Yeah, but how did it make a new folder and pull all of our existing objects into it? Like that's a layer. Layers are not like layers are part of rooms. They're not their own standalone thing.
Yeah.
It almost the only thing I can think of is it's like Spooky walked over the fucking computer, and some crazy shit happened. You know?
Maybe I mean maybe in that case it could be me then. My cat runs around down here. Like
It's possible. I think we could, like, I just reverted and it worked, but then I didn't want to push until I talked to everybody.
It's driving me nuts that there's depth on the door, but there's no
and
depth.
And everything else.
on
Yeah,
this.
it's going to need to be fixed for sure. I think that will wind up being a better aesthetic, having depth on everything, a little bit of depth.
Yeah, I would like to have that. It doesn't even have to be consistent. We could do it like Link to the Past, where the depth doesn't really make sense, but it looks fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, I was just gonna say. Yeah, you might need to have depth on like the couches and everything else. It might, because right now you're right. It does kind of look weird. The door looks 3D and everything.
To me,
else
as long
2D.
as you put it on the walls, right? As long as you put it on the anything that's like building.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe with the walls it'll look better, but we'll see. It is coming from your thing, so maybe it was your cat being crazy, but I don't know. Most of the the majority of the changes are.
Then like what is this? So because I do remember
these aren't merges, because like look, the other ones down there, there are ones more of those further down that are merges. I just didn't realize that's how merges show. Those are genuinely merges. So maybe something weird happened where you and Dave committed at the same time and it did an auto merge or something. Maybe this is like a setting or in GitHub. Still don't understand how that fucking thing got in there. How that weird folder got in there, but whatever, it's easy enough to fix.
Let's see if it runs okay. We have a Zeus project, it says.
Yeah, that's what it says every time it runs. I don't know what that is. It must be a joke or a reference to something I don't know.
Where's my controller? Somebody stole my controller. Appears to be fine.
Did you make everyone pastel?
I made everyone a little bit lighter colored so that I could see when the kill thing goes over their feet, like So I did that so that I could.
Oh, that looks neat as shit. Good job.
I don't
Is that
know.
something you came up with on your own, or did you steal that?
No, I did that. It's just drawing the. It's just drawing the. I'm gonna make it like.
Drawing the sprite like on either side of it, just spread out. Yeah, it looks good.
I thought about giving it like a blue. I thought about giving it like a blue, but I don't know. But the red, it reads more killy, I guess. I don't know about the blinking.
No, I don't think it should blink.
But
I think it looks fucking rad. That's a good effect.
I think that I'm gonna make the stuff wiggle around, like the Y scale on it wiggle around.
Yeah,
so
I think Y scale, even X scale on those highlights, like make it look like a shimmer, you know?
Yeah. Originally, I was just like, I'll just redraw their sprite on top of them to give them an outline, and I was like, actually, this looks kind of neat. Let me just like make it bigger.
I really like the way that looks a lot. Yeah, I think you could even just put an eye random in there and just make it so it kind of looks jittery. Like, you remember when you saw the first new Star Wars, right?
Yeah, yes.
Remember in the very beginning of that when we were all kind of like, whoa, that looks awesome, when I forget what it is, someone shoots like a laser and whoever the Jedi in that, the evil Jedi in that movie is, like stops it and it looks like he's struggling to hold it there.
Yeah.
Like that kind of look, like super jittery and really.
So yeah, I was basically gonna do. I was gonna. I don't know if I was gonna make it fully random, but my plan was to do like to have some randomness to it, and then have it lerp between random targets.
Yeah, that could look good too.
Sort of, lerp doesn't always look good on anything though. That I put there's lerp on this blink. Because I thought it would make it blink, like fade in and out very smoothly, but it actually doesn't. Like it just basically blinks.
Yeah, that I guess that would depend on the rate that you set for it to fade in and out, right? And you'd have to be changing the alpha or
Yeah, but
something.
like the weird thing, it's like so delicate. Like
Yeah.
by the time it gets to let me just turn it off and see how it looks. I can't get into doing a bunch of stuff though. I gotta go to bed soon. But let me see.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to. Dave's here now too. It sounds like Dave. Is there any chance that you tried to somehow move folders inside the like? There essentially what we found was the all the objects had been moved to a new folder called BG_objects.
What do you in the room?
Yeah, in the project in like the raw
Like the
file,
assets
source
file?
file.
In this, I don't know. I never
Source file.
gone into like the file paths.
I don't know how like so Chris committed it, but the weird part of it is that some of your changes are the ones being made there. So like the door that you made is in there, and some changes to your room are in there.
I put the door in days ago.
Yeah, we saw when you committed the. I don't think it's that because yeah, Dave did.
I don't know what it is, but whatever it is. Oh, though those same changes are in that commit that Dave did, aren't they?
I don't know.
I don't know how it happened, but we're just trying to figure out how it happened. We have no idea. But if you look at Dave's commit, Dave's test room changes, that it looks like it did happen there. And when you merged in, it forced them into the greater the overall hierarchy.
It's just weird
I
that
just had-
this is
I haven't
weird.
touched
Like
it in a day.
this would have happened. It's saying
It
around the
did
same
happen
time.
before you, or maybe it did happen. Maybe you guys did merge at the same time or something weird. But now that I'm looking at it, the change 100% did originate with, because Dave's is further down on the list.
This would have been like this one I remember, and it would have been while we were playing Dota. I don't even know what the fuck this is, and I don't know
look
why
down
it's
at
under
look
my
down
name.
at Dave's test room changes. It has the same changes. One more below it. Those are the same changes.
Oh yeah, are they? Though
Mhm.
yeah, I guess they're all blue.
They're all blue, and
There's one
if you
green
hover
and one
over the right side, it shows the folder name change. I have no idea, so I haven't touched this in like a day because I've been working on school stuff.
So when you
But,
do this and it says 3 up, 1 down, that means that someone else has made one change.
It has made a change, yeah, and you're gonna have to probably figure. It'll check to see if
So
they overlap. In any
when I
way.
pushed this one, it said 4 up, 3 down, or
so
something.
maybe
like
maybe it's just
that. Or
something
3,
weird
maybe
with
3
how
up, 4 down.
with how it handles multiple changes at the same being committed at the same time. I still don't understand. I have no concept of how. The only thing I can think of is Fuki was walking on your keyboard, Dave, or something.
I don't
'Cause
keep it up.
I have no concept of how.
I mean,
it would have been
I keep
the
mine up.
change, I
Maybe
think,
my
would have
cat
been in
won't
the
come on
file.
keyboard.
I don't think you could have made it through the IDE. Is the thing. It had to have been made, I think, outside of the folder, or in Windows File Explorer itself. I don't see how the IDE would have done that, unless it's a weird GameMaker bug, like a crazy weird GameMaker bug.
Maybe I mean it's possible. Maybe I left mine on and it like auto saved because I leave a lot of shit on. Like I just walk.
I
away.
don't know. It's impossible. The problem is with that theory is that it shows an earlier change in Dave's. Either way, the point of it being it's easy to fix. Luckily, GitHub has great history for this stuff, so we reverted it. The question is, Dave, the things that did get committed there that you are reverting is object door room.yy is going to get removed. It looks like because I think that was a new object in that one, and some changes to your room will get undone.
I don't care about losing anything in the test room.
Okay. So that's all we have to do to fix it is we revert that and that fixes it. Yeah, I think it just needs some jiggle.
Need some jiggle.
Yeah, and that'll look awesome. I think that's great. It needs some like
Why is everything
emphasis.
turned into like a out of sync VHS tape? Or is that
I love
just
it.
because people are like walking on top
Those
of each other?
are the people I would hit with my slash.
That's what Chris is doing to like show you who you're gonna hit. I think it looks real neat.
I thought about doing it more like an actual VHS and doing.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't tell if it was people walking behind each other are.
It actually looks a lot. It actually looks real good too with when they're all gray. I made them a little bit less saturated with their HSV thing so that I could see the red more on some of the orange people. It was like hard to tell.
I think that'll just be you'll
I
find
was
too in
gonna
the
say, it
animation.
looks like these colors are more like pastel Easteries. This,
Yeah, I
That's
don't.
what I said,
I don't.
pastel.
I don't like the. Yeah, I don't like the Easteriness. If anything, I would say.
I mean, in the end, we're not gonna have. These are just gonna be replaced by different sprites. We don't have to worry about it.
they look delicious.
But the color. So, I mean, I guess we can figure out the color stuff later. But like, yeah, I thought about. Yeah, putting some jiggle on that red, or like doing one to the left that was red and one to the right that was blue.
So like a old-fashioned 3D glasses.
So yeah, to give it like a 3D glasses or like a VHS tape kind of look.
Yeah, play around with it. I think they both look
If
good.
you
I
want to
think it
do
looks
a
good.
legit VHS like thing, it'd have to be red, green, and blue channels separating a little bit. So you'd have to do red, green, and blue. I mean, you don't have to, but.
I don't know. I think red feels the most like.
It makes sense because you're about
Yeah,
to kill
like, yeah,
that person.
Like, and also I figured when the heart, this will be zooming in, right, and the heart will be beating, and the thing coming out from you will not come out in a straight, slow thing like this. It will be at a static thing, and then the heart will beat, and it will contract and expand longer, and contract and expand longer, and then on the heartbeat sound, all of this red around them will like jiggle with that lurpy stuff. Is my vision for it right
Play
now.
around with it. Yeah, see what it looks like.
Yeah,
I like
I
where it's
just do
going.
the simplest thing right now, because what happens if we like put in all this effort and then you go to play test the game and it's just like, this is just not that fun.
I mean,
the
that's
game
fine.
concept is actually flawed.
Well,
I wouldn't want.
so there's I thought about
Explore.
that too. Like, what if the game?
It's a
just
cool
isn't
effect regardless. I
fun,
think it's,
and yeah.
use it somewhere else.
There's so much here that can be.
If you're having fun,
reused, right?
yeah,
Like,
if you're having fun making it, then go ahead. Who cares?
like if the game concept doesn't work, I'm sure we can come up with some game concept that does. We have a framework.
I think we're
for
pretty. Yeah, the framework I think is solid.
I'm not too worried. I think the design is a good one. I'm just.
I think yeah, the hardest part will be
that was
balancing the movement.
my me trying to nudge people to. I want to see a playtest. I do think the basic design of the game, or idea of the game, is not going to be a problem. It's
Well,
not fun immediately. I'm sure we could tweak it to be.
my worry.
I think even just as like as we get. Sorry, Chris. Go
No,
ahead.
go
You
ahead.
start talking.
No, I was just gonna say my worry would be that I don't think it's a game idea that can never not be fun, but maybe the core concept wouldn't be as fun as we were thinking that it would be, like without a bunch of bells and whistles, which would go against the whole find the fun early thing. But like, then we're faced with like sort of a hard decision of like, do we
Continue on.
do we
or
continue
find
on
something
trying to
else?
find these bells and whistles, or do we change something fundamental about the concept? And if we do that, are we abandoning it too early? Is it too early to that's like a hard thing to tell, because we haven't made it this far generally usually, so I have no like.
I think we're far from burning out on this project, so I think we keep going. And if we find any kind of a success, there will be no burnout.
I'm gonna make
Obviously.
I'm gonna make a, regardless of whether we succeed or fail with this project, I'm gonna make a devlog of it and put it on YouTube, like a here's the game we made and here's how because honestly, the videos about games that do well on YouTube, it doesn't really matter if the game's successful or failure. Most of the devlogs I watch are from games I've never fucking heard of. Anyway,
I think the idea of the game is
Are you going
it-
invisible?
it's-
Oh, you're crawling.
no, I'm crawling.
It's fine.
No, yeah,
Yeah, I think it is fine. I think if only to see some really cool, beautiful set piece movement kind of things, or like if we really get the art solidly down and have a lot of moving, intricate pieces, it'll just be cool to see a world like a little Clockwork world like this.
Yeah.
That's just a neat thing that you don't often see.
Like I my like I said, my first if the game is not immediately fun, my my first instinct will be, well, we'll see what's not fun about it. But like I'm trying to stay true to the scope of the game, but my immediate instinct is like, this is cool. I wish this was bigger. I wish there were bigger environments. Like I wish I could do this all around a whole city.
Well, the bigger we go, the less likely it is we'll finish a game.
That exactly. Yes, you are 100% right about
that. If there is going to be an issue with the fun, I think it'll be in the balancing of the game will be the difficult part. Like making sure that, you know, it isn't just, well, fucking, yeah, you gotta run around and slash people. Like that can't, we gotta make sure.
Well, the whole thing is like, well, actually now you can, because if you, or you can't, it will stop your kill zone if you start running, but it won't, right now it won't disallow you from,
but you know, we still don't want you to be able to run into someone and real quick, you know, run right up next to them and hit the button and or whatever it is.
So like, yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's about like, yeah, I don't know, or like we'll see. That will come with the gameplay, and the tricky part will also be just not being enamored with our own work so much, so that something that we think is fun. You know, sometimes things just feel fun because you've made it.
Yeah, that's true.
So finding outside perspective.
I think we're gonna get in, and if everyone's actually trying to play to win on the first play test, which probably won't actually happen, but when we finally actually dig into it, it'll be like, I don't know where anyone fucking is. I can't find anyone. We need to. I think that's where we're going to.
That'll be a challenge too. Is making it easy for people that don't know the layer. Don't know the level.
I think everyone's gonna play it safe and play mostly as an NPC the first time, but like, hey, finding out a good balance between the hiding and the blending is what, like, really what's gonna force you to run around. Like, what if you can't kill people that way?
It needs to be the abilities, the ways to reveal NPCs. So like, I think that firecracker thing is a good reason. So finding like acquiring firecrackers, you know.
Well, even just going to the different objectives is gonna allow for you to fuck up.
Yeah.
I also think we could just experiment. Like, it is very you know, like if we ever did make the maps bigger, and I'm not saying we should, but like I like the idea of the backgrounds being packed, but I feel like there should be, like, if these buildings have as many people, like, I feel like the street is the perfect amount of crowded right now. But how many people do you guys see in these buildings?
I see like 10 on the side that you're on and 5 on the side that the other side.
That's about.
The thing is, we're gonna have to make a lot of different levels to test what works in what situations and that kind of thing. We're gonna need a big level with not many people in it, a small level with a lot of people in it, a big level with lots of background and no people. Like, we're gonna have to just.
Like, my immediate level design instinct for this, if we're gonna try and entice people to do these tasks, is that the tasks are for the most part up in the buildings, and there's much less people in the buildings, and like, so it's a little bit riskier to go up into the buildings, and that's where you have to go to do most of the tasks, or the most rewarding tasks.
I think also we're probably gonna want the resource or whatever the hell that you get, the reward that you get for performing the tasks needs to be overpowered, so that people are sort of needing to rush to do, like, give them a reason to rush to reveal themselves if it is the case that it's just too easy to blend in and stuff.
You know, I'm thinking for the hot dog cart. I don't know if this could be a part of the game somehow. This might be overcomplicating it, but something to think about. Like, it clearly won't be in the first iteration of this game, but something to think about in the future. It'd be cool if in the hot dog cart, instead of this countdown, I had them having a conversation like, okay, what do you want on it? And they say like relish, ketchup, mustard, yada yada. And then somewhere you can get intel to find out what a assassin would order.
So I was thinking about having actual, like, you mean like with text speech bubbles popping up like they are with the Next, right?
Yeah. So he'll, like, the hot dog guy will say, "What do you want?" So that's one. It serves two purposes. It's a more natural way of doing the countdown, so that if you're in line, you have a better sense of when the thing's coming without it being a 3, 2, 1 next. Two is it would be cool if you could get intel that would tell you what a assassin would order, so that you could then keep an eye out for what people are ordering and see if you can spot the assassin.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be down for something like that. Also, I just think
I always loved hidden intel games.
Yes,
I think the one thing I would change is that I wouldn't make it like text dialogue or something. I would make it either
visual,
like visual, like either just animations of the hot dog vendor, like human being, like going
that's
like,
fine.
I'm getting this and this,
Well,
and this like very exaggerated, or just a dialogue box with like a picture instead, like
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I do like that.
And just words,
I like that a lot.
I do like that, but I do like it being a thing that pops up and blocks your vision, so that if you're next to a talking NPC, it's like they're distracting you. Like it could literally block, it could literally.
Dad's calling me, but I am still. You can still talk. I'll be right back.
But like you know, like it's just it's a visual way to show that this thing is distracting you. So like, and it's another thing that you could sort of almost hide behind. But I don't think it should pop up for, like, if I'm up here, right? Like if I'm up in this corner of the screen and someone's talking to the hot dog vendor, I don't think it pops up for me up here. But if like I'm standing right here next to the hot dog vendor and you're standing up here, maybe it pops up for both of us in front of me. I do think adding hidden information elements would be a fun thing. Hidden mission, hidden information.
A reward or something for an objective could also be, this will be when we have like all kinds of different sprites in, that like, oh, one of your targets, one of your enemies is wearing a red scarf. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the hidden intel thing? Yeah, I'm way into that idea. I love hidden intel games.
You could like hack a computer and it's like red scarf, red scarf, brown shoes.
Someone write this down. Dave, write this down.
I have this all written down before already of mine, and I will just remember it when
I have to go to bed, but like if you guys are gonna continue talking, I'll leave my stream on.
And that should be what the objectives give for sure. Actually, is little hints.
Well, maybe not just that. I mean, that's definitely something cool that would.
But that makes the objectives like neat in a way that like it doesn't require balance. Like you have to keep an eye out for the other NPC. Like that's almost a more simple and elegant game.
But I do feel like that encourages the opposite of what we were saying, of what I think the problem will be, which was that everyone will play as an NPC and play it very safe. Or like if there's nothing to move towards, or if the reward is not good enough, I think my strategy would just be like I just sit ducked behind this car the whole time, like until the very, very end, right?
Yeah, if someone's pretending to be an NPC and you know what they're wearing, you'd be more easily found out than if you were hiding behind stuff.
If someone,
we don't even know what the problem will be, so we gotta.
And if you're just hiding behind a car, like we'll make other incentives to move. Like,
wouldn't it be great if we just nailed it on the first playtest and we're like, this is already fun as hell.
Anyway, hidden intel, I like that. I'm always gonna push for hidden intel games.
As long as we're on this topic, the other thing I was thinking is there should be like every level should have like 5. Objectives on the map, and then every player like randomly draws 3 that will be available to them.
5.
That makes sense to me.
I think some should be shared, right? Though, right? Because like
yes,
then,
there will be overlap, but there will be also not overlap.
Okay, yes.
That makes sense. We could try that.
Like 3 out of 5, you'll always have overall.
The alternative to that is anyone can always access every objective, and
Yeah.
what you get from it is.
But then it's like, I don't know. I like the the putting you in a box sort of situation.
Yeah,
breeds more creativity and.
Yeah.
I was also thinking the other day, like, I don't know if this really fits with anything, but I was thinking, what if there was a characteristic that a character might have, like one of the heroes that you would play as or whatever, the ninjas, where to you all the NPCs are gray, but you can mark NPCs, like you can put an X over one of their heads and track them that way.
Like Spy Party.
Oh, can you do that in Spy Party?
You could highlight and unhighlight, highlight and low light people you suspect and don't suspect.
Yeah, no, but for one specific person, and like, or maybe once we have the full sprites in, those people are just silhouettes, not just say more of the idea was like a Rogue Legacy like system where either heroes have a boon and a flaw. Or
yeah, I mean, it may end up that we don't even end up using like
heroes.
Heroes. Yeah, I just thought.
Well, what if you just get a random boon and a flaw?
When
What if you just get a random boon and a flaw, and there are?
We can explore that. I think that'll be the later editions, right? Once we are comfortable with the game, and we say
we sort of have to make the game as a non-character class game first to make.
Yeah,
sense.
like Jeff kind of suggested this, and I agree. The game on its own needs to be fun at its core, just playing the base, the simplest, just doing the simplest of stuff.
Yeah, literally the only reason I thought I just thought it would be fun to do that, to make a character classes. It's not inherently designed into the core game. Yeah.
Alright, I gotta sleep. But if you guys are gonna continue talking, I will leave my stream on.
No, I'm going to bed too. I'm tired. I'm going to push this change, and then hopefully our changes just naturally merge because they're the same change. Let's do that real quick. Here, you push. Or fetch or something.
Are we sure we're not losing anything by doing this?
We already told Dave. Said it.
Well, it's I don't.
Should I save onto a?
Everything that I would put in, I have saved on my machine. So.
Actually, I did make changes to the kill zone. I made it stop blinking. So.
That's fine. If you want to keep them, I'll just pull your change later. The bigger question is your revert gonna be anything weird with my revert?
I will commit them.
It might be like, hey, which of these things? It might take care of it on its own and say, hey, these are the same change. All right, so try pushing. There's a fetch.
Hold on, there are desktops unable to push commits because there are commits on the remote that are not present in your local branch.
Fetch these new commits before pushing in order to reconcile them. So it's just saying, hey, you need to get the stuff that I just pushed to make sure that there are no conflicts.
Oh, you already pushed. Okay.
Yeah.
So now it's saying pull though. Origin.
So now you're gonna pull my changes.
Okay.
And now you're gonna push yours.
Okay. Cool.
And that should work. So open up again real quick to make sure that it.
I should have showed Game Maker. I keep forgetting to do that now. Seems fine to me. Let's see if this is in there.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool.
Alright.
Alright.
And good day to you, sir.
I'll see you later.